Serving Amherst and Amherst Township, your hometown television station, Amherst City Cable.
Well, hello, sports fans of Northeast Ohio. Welcome to the Sports Show. I'm your host, Ty House, along with the big homie.
Alex Squares, you nailed it.
What's going on, Alex?
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's been a while. We haven't been on these airwaves in quite some time.
Well, you know, since we haven't, we skipped right over the Mayweather fight.
I know.
And now we're on to the NBA Finals.
Well, what about the Mayweather fight, you know?
I think we missed the whole playoffs.
No, we talked a little bit of playoff. The playoffs last for like 3 months, so I'm pretty sure we had to have done some kind of show on there.
The Mayweather fight was exactly what I expected.
Yeah, that's right. But people still, that's exactly what I wanted to say, is that it seemed to have worked out exactly the way everybody expected it, but yet still a lot of people were upset about the result, you know?
Because they didn't. See, the thing with Mayweather is he is like the villain.
Yeah.
And if he was fighting me and you, they would put all the money. Folks would be betting on me and you.
Yeah, right.
We wouldn't win.
Probably not.
Unless it was a UFC match, then I might get Mayweather.
I'd bite him.
But if he was just straight up boxing, I don't think my hand speed is fast enough to be able to.
Probably not, but until we actually see, how can we know?
But if it was UFC, I would trip him. For real. But yeah, he won the fight, so he's still the champ, 48-0.
He threw more punches than Pacquiao.
Which was surprising.
Exactly. That was the big surprise there. But yeah, everyone still, I mean, you knew he's a defensive fighter. If you'd seen a Mayweather fight before, even one, you knew it was going to look just like it did. But yeah, everyone's still up in arms about it. I mean, I guess it being Manny Pacquiao, they were expecting a little bit more from that, but
I know not. Mayweather was mad because Pacquiao came out with the excuses afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, my shoulder is tore up.
Yeah.
I have to have surgery.
And he thought he had won.
I think he wanted some drugs the night before the show.
I don't blame him.
The night before the fight.
I don't blame him.
He had some drugs. He might have threw 1,200 punches.
Yeah, I don't see why he wouldn't have.
That's what he used to do.
Demerol, you know.
Hey.
I'll get you right.
We never know. Oh, well, just neither here nor there. We're at the NBA Finals now.
Yes, the playoffs are over. The playoffs are over, but the big kahuna is upon us.
You got the final two teams, the Golden State Warriors and the New York Cleveland Cavaliers. You wearing the shirt, man.
I'm wearing the shirt because I think they're gonna win.
And you're all in, so there you go.
I'm all in, baby. You missed the first take where I was all in. That's changed since then.
You're a Cavalier.
I am from Cleveland. Well, I was born in Oberlin. LeBron wasn't born in Cleveland either. He was born in Akron.
It's all Northeast Ohio.
Yeah, that's what I say. So as, you know, Northeast Ohioans, we're all in together. And Ty House, I think it's Cleveland Cavs are going to win the championship.
I hope so. For the city of Cleveland's sake, I have grew to come accustomed to having several friends, that people that I would, you know, call friends.
Yeah.
That are.
And you don't just throw that word around.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
You know, matter of fact, I'm gonna take it back. I'm not gonna even call them friends. I have several associates. You know, I have, you know, grown, you know, kin to.
Yeah.
That, you know, may not be here any longer after the Cavs don't win the championship.
Depending on how hard they take it, because I know, like I said, I think they're gonna win. I'm not expecting it like a lot of people are.
I've been saying this all playoffs. This team is awful reminiscent of 2009.
Okay.
Everybody wants to say it's different because Kyrie is there, and I think that's where my biggest debate over the past couple of weeks have came in. Because, you know, I always have said that Kyrie is a great player, but I also have said that he's a better actor.
Okay, elaborate on that.
Meaning his commercials
are hilarious.
They're pretty good.
Yeah. The one with Kevin Love?
His career would be pretty good, too, if he stayed healthy.
Yeah, I mean,
the kid hasn't been healthy since high school.
Yeah, it's hard. See, it's hard for me to give him that label of injury prone. You know, a lot of people want to throw that around, but it's hard to ignore, considering, you know, at Duke, what did he play, 11 games the whole year, the 1 year, And then he has had the only argument I would make is that up until this year, until the playoffs, he's been healthy this whole year. But in the previous years, he sat out a lot of games due to injury, and I only wonder if he sits those games out, if they're actually competitive in those previous years.
We had a debate. It started off who has the best handles. Kyrie, Stephen Curry.
Kyrie.
And it evolved into, 90% of the people that was involved in the debate said Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
But they also said that Kyrie was the best point guard in the league.
No, I wouldn't say that. Top 5. 100% healthy. He's top 5 point guard in the league.
I don't think you can put Kyrie and Steph Curry in the same category as far as you speak on point guards.
Really?
For the simple fact, Kyrie was a number 1 overall selection that never led his team to the playoffs. Only thing he led them to was another number 1 selection.
Yep.
Steph Curry led his team to the playoffs at least twice.
Yeah, 2 years in a row.
Including this year, which makes 3.
Granted, they were one and done last year.
It don't matter.
I know.
They made it to the playoffs.
Yep.
And as a point guard,
Kyrie's never even sniffed the playoffs.
Until this year. And that goes back to the point about him being healthy all this year. He had somebody else to take that workload off of him.
That's fair.
I mean, and if it wasn't, let's say LeBron didn't come to Cleveland last year, but another good free
Kevin Love
agent.
did.
We would be hard pressed to even say if they were even in the playoffs. This team has changed so much since last July. There was no J.R. Smith, no Shumpert, no Kevin Love, no LeBron James. Moskov, and Kendrick Perkins. We can go on and on and on and on and on down. It's only, maybe 3 players that was on this team last year? Kyrie, Tristan, and Verjao.
Dellavedova was there last year. I mean, he sucks anyway. All this, he's getting. I don't even want to start talking about it. I don't want to do him the pleasure. But the only thing, I know you're going to argue with me about this, but the only thing that I would say to that, and it's true, no matter what you say, it's true, Steph Curry has had better teams around him. Not that much better, but he has had better teams around him.
I beg to differ.
I knew you would.
I truly beg to differ.
I knew you would.
Because if we go back to 2009, these 2 teams were the same teams when LeBron left. The Golden State team went one way. The Cleveland team went another way. Cleveland was getting number 1 pick after number 1 pick after number 1 pick. When you look at Golden State, Curry wasn't.
Yeah, was he even the first round?
Klay Thompson wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't top 10, top 5 pick. Draymond Green wasn't second.
Draymond Green was not at all. Harrison Barnes was a top 10 pick.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like the teams went in 2 totally opposite directions, and right now it's winning time. And once again, Kyrie's hurt.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest X factor in this whole series. Because LeBron has proven he can't do it by himself.
Yeah.
And right now,
he hasn't yet.
It's pretty much all on him.
It appears that way, yeah. It really does.
Because I hope y'all ain't think. Well, I hope the Cleveland area not thinking J.R. Smith going to hit another 8 3-pointers in the game.
You don't know that he won't.
If he do, it's going to only be washed out by the 16 3-pointers that Curry and Thompson made.
Well, in the 8 3-pointers that he misses the next game, because we know that's what J.R. Smith does. But Shumpert has been great for this team. He's been outstanding. It's you don't really know how the defensive matchups are going to go in this series. It's easy to say, Shumpert's our best perimeter defender. It's easy to say take Shumpert, put him on Steph Curry, and let him go to work. When all that's still going to do is limit Steph Curry to 20 rather than 30 or 40 or whatever. But matchup defense, that gets you in trouble. Like if you switch him, then you still have Klay Thompson to account for. Where are you going to put Kyrie? Like who's Kyrie going to guard out there? I'm not worried about his offense. Who's he going to guard?
Nobody.
There's nobody he can guard on that team.
Put him on Harrison Barnes?
Yeah, exactly. There's nobody on that
post.
There's nobody on that team he can guard, and he's going to become a really bad liability.
And then we all know, we all have seen what happened when you put a bigger person on Curry. They can't chase him through them screens. And while you chasing him, Thompson is running through the same screens.
Yeah, you're right.
It's going to be rough. And, I mean, I know everybody going to want a prediction from me.
We'll get to that. And you will make one.
I've been hearing Golden State 6 a lot.
And 6?
6 a lot.
See, that I haven't heard a lot of. I've
heard that a lot.
I've heard Golden State in 7 more than anything.
I have not heard Golden State in 7 from nobody.
Just considering, you know, that.
Now, if you talk to the people here in Cleveland,
that final game will be at Oracle.
It's going 4.
That's
it.
I've heard that, and
from everybody I've talked to in Cleveland, it's a sweep. And I'm like, why are you so biased?
Yeah.
I understand that this is your team.
Yeah, and you want them to win.
But reality.
But you have to look at it subjectively and in a realistic standpoint.
If you
absolutely.
don't, you might jump off a bridge.
And I'm not going to sit here and say that a sweep is completely out of the realm of possibility. I'm not either way. You know, I'm not saying either team can't sweep either team. But I do, as I said, I do think the Cavs are going to win the series.
I think that in order for the Cavs to win the series, LeBron has to develop a jumper.
No.
Fast.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to get in the paint as easily against this team as he did against Atlanta. Nothing defensively is going to come as easy as it. Like Tristan, you know, people are freaking out about saying they'd rather keep Tristan Thompson than Kevin Love, all this stuff, you know, with the team going forward, whatnot. Just, you know, I mean, Tristan's a great player. He's made great strides this year. He's one of the best rebounders in the league, but he's rebounding last game. His rebounding was outstanding, but it was against Paul Millsap. Pretty much the entire series, and everyone knows Paul Millsap.
His rebounding against Chicago was pretty good, too.
Well, they had no Pau Gasol. I guess
he played for a couple games.
He played for 1 game.
He played for 2.
1.
3, actually.
He played 1 game.
He didn't play that last. He played the
Oh, no,
first
you're right.
3 games.
You're right. He played 2 games.
He played 3. And he got hurt in the 3rd game. You want me to look it up? Go ahead and talk. I'll look it up. Oh, we can take a break in a minute.
Either way,
we'll have that information for you when we come back from the break, but we're not going to take a break.
It's not going to come so easily for Tristan in this series. Not at all.
Tristan is Cleveland is going to be under investigation if they sign Kevin Love. Cleveland, this is a Rust Belt city. This is not New York. This is not Miami. This is not L.A.
Yeah.
You don't got money like that. You're going to sign LeBron, you're going to sign Kyrie and Kevin Love? And what about J.R. Smith? You know you're going to want him to come back.
You think he may take a discount?
$2 dollars.
He might take a discount, though.
This is not New York, Miami, Cleveland. This is Cleveland. This is not a destination city where I'm going to take a discount to be here.
If LeBron James is here, you will. And you think you can win multiple championships if you truly believe that?
We'll see.
It all depends on what's...
We got to take a break. Got to take a break. Alex, hold that thought. Be right back. This is the Sports Show. We'll be right back.
Serving Amherst and Amherst Township, your hometown television station, Amherst City Cable.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
All right, you ready for some baseball trivia?
Let's do it.
What year produced the most no-hit games in the big leagues?
7 no-hitters in 1990.
Wow, that's right. Now a question that's not trivial. How many children will witness bullying this year? The answer, 3 out of 4.
75%?
That's right. How many of them will say something?
Kids want to help, but don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov.
Our town, our TV. Amherst City Cable.
Welcome back to the sports show. When we talking NBA Finals 2015, Golden State Warriors versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Steal your vitamins, eat your prayers, brother. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong sport.
WrestleMania wasn't that long ago, though. First and foremost, Pau Gasol got hurt in Game 3.
Game 3.
Played 21 minutes Game 3.
I don't want to talk about running shoes.
No, we can do running shoes.
No.
Asics?
No.
No?
Look, let's go position
Boys?
by position.
Okay.
Who you got? Point guard, Kyrie, Stephen. Who got the advantage?
I have the MVP.
You got the MVP? I do too. Because, I mean, everybody say that Kyrie got the best handles. The boy got a jumper. But to me, and this is just me personally, I heard so many people say this guy's a superstar. Did you see what he did in the FIBA practice? It was practice.
Are you talking about Kyrie?
Yes. He was the FIBA MVP. He was the All-Star MVP.
He had 2 55-point games this year.
Curry scored like 55 in one quarter this year.
No.
Okay, 2 quarters.
No, still no. Wait, we're talking about Kyrie, right?
And Steph.
Kyrie, I'm saying, is the one that has scored. Wait, who are you calling a superstar right now?
Steph Curry is a superstar.
Absolutely.
MVP
He won
caliber.
the MVP, right.
Kyrie Irving is not. He's a star. He's an awful good player. But he's not a superstar.
That's a debate I've had more times than I care to. So we're not going to talk about that. But
Iman Shumpert, Klay Thompson.
Yeah,
You have to think about this. They both play defense. They both guard the best player on the team. Shumpert can't do what Klay do on offense, though.
No, but Iman Shumpert also didn't just sustain a concussion. And we've seen players get concussions and come back and just not been themselves.
Basketball?
Basketball.
Who?
Come on.
Just one. Because of football, yeah, okay. But basketball, this is not a contact sport. You ain't really got to worry about getting hit in the head no more. Whereas like in football, you're going to get hit in the head every play.
But that's the thing, is if you do get hit in the head one time and it messes you up a little bit and you come back, then you're thinking about it. You're thinking, man, even if it's just a little tiny voice in the back of your head, you think, man, if I get hit in the head again, I could be in some serious trouble with my health. You know? And I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying it can. And I'm saying that
I don't think basketball players worry that much about concussions and head injuries.
Probably not. You're probably right. But, each case is differently to the person that's affecting.
I think he's going to come out and blazing.
He's going to blaze after the game as well.
No. Not Klay Thompson, man.
Are you kidding me?
He don't smoke herbs.
That was the reason why he dropped in the draft, because he failed all of his marijuana tests.
LeBron James and Harrison Barnes, he's going to try to discredit Klay Thompson.
I love Klay Thompson. I wanted Klay Thompson in that draft for the Cavs. No. I think we all did.
You didn't get him.
Didn't get him. You know why? Because he's a stoner.
This one we're going to move on to. Because that's a wash. We know LeBron's better than Harrison Barnes.
Yeah.
Tristan Thompson, Draymond Green.
I think Draymond Green. I mean, all this, Tristan Thompson is basically a god in Northeast Ohio right now. Everybody loves him. But he doesn't do the kind of things that Draymond Green does. He doesn't have the perimeter defensive prowess that he does. He doesn't have the shooting ability he does. But in all that stuff that Tristan does, the motor, the hustle, all that stuff, Draymond Green has that as well.
And he got a 7'3" wingspan.
Right.
Mozgov.
Draymond Green is like a talented DeJuan Blair.
Mozgov. I can't believe you just put Draymond Green and DeJuan Blair in the same sentence.
That was funny, right? That was funny, wasn't it?
Andrew Bogut, Timofey Mozgov.
I have Mozgov in this one.
I thought Bogut was your boy. Bogut was your boy.
I like Bogut. I remember this conversation we had. We talked about his defensive analytics and how you thought how telling those were. We talked about that, but they're both tremendous rebounders, both of them. Mozgov, they both give you the rim protection to a degree, more or less just clogging the lane than actually get up there and blocking shots. But Mozgov's offensive game is better than Andrew Bogut's, in my opinion. And that's really the only thing I have to look at, because defensively they're pretty similar.
They're the same person.
Yeah. And Mozgov runs the floor much better than Bogut does. Bogut's potentially the slowest player in the history of the NBA.
But see, this series, unlike prior series in the playoffs, Bogut doesn't have to worry about defending the post with Mozgov.
Right.
He ain't going to post up down there. He's just going to wait for somebody to try to throw him an alley, or wait for Tristan to, box somebody out the way and try to grab a rebound or something. But
it's not Dwight Howard.
The bench, because we got to get through this. The bench. Who you got? The Warriors bench?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
No Dellavedova, J.R. Smith?
I've never seen Matthew Dellavedova make a single shot in my entire life.
Huh?
James Jones.
You don't remember the game against, I want to say, Atlanta?
It was game 2 versus Atlanta, I believe.
When Kyrie went out?
Yeah, in 19 points.
Dellavedova went crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody got the Dellavedova shirts. The next day, Dellavedova hats.
Will you stop?
I know Dellavedova memes all over the place.
I know what you're doing here. I know what you're doing. I know you're just making fun of all of us.
I love y'all, man. I love y'all. What is you saying? Look, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you. Since this finals have, let me put it to you like this.
Right.
I'm a gambling man.
Yeah, me too.
And Cleveland and Golden State has been on my ticket the whole year. So, okay. These are two teams that I expected to be here. Right. Except for I had the Clippers maybe knocking Golden State off in the Eastern Conference Finals.
They started playing really well.
It.
They started playing really well, yeah.
They didn't make it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. They were up. They were blowing Houston away. And then it just, I don't know what happened. I
think you know what happened.
I don't know what happened. I really don't. Did nobody get injured?
Yeah. It was weird.
I don't know what happened.
It was really weird how that happened.
Houston don't got no point guard.
Pablo Prigioni.
I still don't understand that, man. And I really think Golden State, LA Clippers would have been a world difference better as far as Western Conference Finals went.
I agree. The way Blake Griffin elevated his game, it was just... I remember we had a discussion...
how did he do that and they lost?
I know. Well, we had a discussion...
Was it the hack of Jordan?
Yeah. Do you think that actually worked?
That's the only thing I can come up with, Alex. I'm
the
sorry.
thing is,
that's the only thing I got. I don't understand none of that.
All that pretty much ruined the play. You watch in the West, as we know, it's a different game out there. It's much more free flowing. They like to run up and down. They like to score points, and that was all taken away by all that hacka whoever, because they started doing it to
went back
Tristan. Yeah, and then they were doing it to
Dwight Howard.
Yeah, Dwight Howard. Yeah, it's just the NBA is like talking about making a ruling about that for next season. But
what kind of rule can you make for a person that just can't hit free? They're free.
Exactly.
You get paid millions of dollars to do something that's free, and you can't do it.
That's exactly what Greg Popovich said. Well, if
swallow your pride and Rick Barry it.
Yeah, right. If they don't like it, then they should teach their players to shoot free throws better.
Basically.
But that Golden State bench, man, is thick. There's a lot of good talent.
Hold on. Don't forget this part. Good young talent.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas Cavaliers bench are reserved to old cheerleaders.
You're exactly right. It's the Miami Heat North.
Old
that
cheerleaders.
James Jones, who's
cheerleader.
Hopefully James Jones can hit a shot,
Mike Miller over there with his pom-pom.
Sean Marion are basically
go
zeros.
King, go King, go. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. That was my Mike Miller impersonation. I'm sorry.
You did it really, really good. What do you think Mike Miller does all week?
Go King, go King, go.
Yeah.
You want me to wash your car, King?
He plays some video games.
You need some tea, King?
Hangs out with Klay Thompson,
Mike Miller.
Wouldn't you do the same thing, though?
No. I would not have been in the hot tub with LeBron James after we won the thing. To some flick of the wrist. No. Wouldn't have did it.
I just heard that song for the first time in my life the other day, and that's one of the worst pieces of music I've ever heard in my entire life.
Coaching. I'm not going to even talk about the music. Coaching.
Cheddar something?
This is deep right here. Coaching, because we got 2 first-year coaches in the NBA Finals. Last year, well, I can't really say last year because the Miami guy, Spoelstra, is, I think he's just like a puppet.
Yeah, he is.
But it was one of them years. What year was it? It's been
Was Oklahoma City there?
No, it was just like where we had some good coaches. We had 2 good coaches in the finals.
Oh.
You might have to go back a while. You might have to go back to the L.A.-Boston series.
That's what I was thinking. Doc Rivers and
Phil.
Phil was still there, yeah.
To have some good coaches.
That probably was what you're thinking of because that's, and this is pretty much the exact opposite. We have 2 unknowns. Yeah.
Rookie.
Granted, Steve Kerr at least has been in the NBA,
But not as a coach.
Not as a coach, you're right, but still he knows how the inner workings of the NBA to a degree.
We got to get through this because I want to indulge a little bit on the coaching changes too. So who you got best coach? Blatz or?
I have Kerr.
Kerr. But you going with Cleveland?
Yeah. Because they have one thing that they don't have.
LeBron?
Yes, sir. LeBron James is...
Cavs don't got an MVP though.
They do. They talk about the playoffs. They talk about the playoffs incrementally getting more and more intense as they happen. The first round, the second round is more intense than the first round. The third round is more intense than the second round. And the final is obviously the most intense. And it gets, in each wave of games, there's more pressure put on a team. And LeBron James has done that 5 consecutive years, and they don't have a single player who's ever done that once.
I don't see Golden State folding against the pressure. I mean, you've seen them down 25 points to Houston and come back.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
You've seen them down 2 games to Memphis.
But it wasn't in the finals.
But 2 games, hold on now, 2 games to Memphis?
I know.
And you come back?
Yeah, I know. I understand.
I don't think that the and then you say only person really on the team of Cleveland with that that you're talking about is LeBron.
Yeah.
None of them other people have experience. But I want to get to this real quick because I hear the director coming to tell us to wrap it up.
He's gonna. Yep. I knew he was gonna do that.
We had like 3 or 4 coaching vacancies.
Yeah.
And I think most of them are filled. Oklahoma City, Orlando, Chicago.
Who did Orlando get?
Scott Skiles.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oklahoma City got Billy Donovan.
Billy Donovan. Yep.
Chicago just hired.
They hired someone today?
Yeah, they hired Frank Hoiberg.
No, they did not.
Yeah.
The mayor?
Yep.
What's Iowa State going to do?
They find a new coach.
The way Fred Hoiberg set up that program at Iowa State is remarkable. How they... I'm sorry, go ahead.
In New Orleans.
And they...
Alvin Gentry.
Oh, yeah. Where was he an assistant?
He's an assistant with Golden State now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You mean tell me Mark Jackson didn't get no interviews, man?
I know.
Really?
There must be something about him that rubs people the wrong way.
They interviewed Jeff Van Gundy for the Pelicans position.
What's wrong with that?
Mark Jackson didn't get no interviews, period.
Maybe he didn't want them. I'm a Jeff Van Gundy fan, though, so...
We got to get out of here. We can just continue this discussion next week because, the playoffs, the finals
it's
still
going to take a while. It's going to take a while.
At least 2 weeks before...
Well, no, I need a pre-first game prediction.
Here you go, man. I don't know. I like both of these teams. I just want to see it go 7 games and come down to 10 seconds in the 7th game with, I don't care, LeBron or Curry having the ball in their hands. And one of them hitting a shot to end it. That's all I want. I really can't say Cleveland because I like Cleveland. And I really can't say Golden State because I like them too.
Speak from your heart, man. The people want to hear it.
Golden State 6. We got to go. This is the Sports Show. That's the big homie.
Alex Squires.
And I am Ty House. We'll see y'all next week.
Our town, our TV. Amherst City Cable.